it's Jen, aka MotoGP Sillies, here to review the Malaysian GP. Moto 3 was full of great stories, Moto 2 we crowned a new champion, and MotoGP was full of some disappointments from the home team. But I'll talk about it all coming up. Keep watching. So starting off with Moto 3, which was by far my favorite race of the day because we had some fantastic stories. First of all, during the outlap, Joana Macia's bike stopped working. Turns out later that we found out it was a battery problem, but his crew rushed around and got him so that he was able to start on the back of the grid for the siding lap, and then in turn got to start the race from the back of the grid, and he fought his way all the way up to the top 10 within about 5 laps. It was insane. He was riding his pants off. In that heat, after all that trauma he had gone through, and the team got it all going, I love that story. I have goosebumps. I love stories like this. So he got up there and he was fighting in the top 10. He was fighting in the top 5 for the last several laps. One other highlight of the race was Rodrigo and Tatsuki Suzuki crashing out, and that in turn made Lopez crash out. And this is a highlight not necessarily for what happened on track, but for this beatdown that went on through social media. I don't know if you caught any of it. There's a weird little beef between Tatsuki Suzuki and Rodrigo going on Instagram, and it's a little petty, but I guess that's part of racing these days. During the last lap, we saw Arenas make a really aggressive move on Vietti, who had been in the lead for a lot of that end of the race, and he pushed Vietti wide, and Vietti couldn't ever make up his places. But then, in turn, Arenas crashed out. He had just made it around the last corner and crashed out. Like, the finish line was right within sight, and he just crashed out. It was sad, but in the end, I really loved the podium. Dalla Porta took his 3rd win in a row, the champion of the season. Sergio Garcia got his maiden podium. He ended up in 2nd. And just at the line, there was this crazy battle for 3rd. I couldn't even tell who got it, but Joana Macia, from last on the grid, got 3rd place. So those are the stories I love. Maiden podium, back of the grid, I love it. I'm here for it. Moto 3, you have all the best stories. Congrats to all of them. What a great podium. Up next in Moto 2, we had Brad Binder. He was in control for a lot of the race. He made one mistake. Marquez came through. Then Marquez made a mistake and Binder came back through and rode insane. Binder rides that KTM insane. I was excited to see Martin possibly get another podium, but he crashed out really early. The commentators were commenting that like all the rookies were crashing out in this Malaysia Grand Prix, so I don't know if it was the heat or end of the season blues, but it was rough for the rookies, including my boy Martin. No 3rd podium in a row, but I'm glad he was okay. And with about 10 laps to go, Lüthi made it up into 3rd, so we had Binder, Marquez, and Lüthi, and I just felt like the entire race, Lüthi was hanging right there. Like, oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna catch Marquez? And it just, I didn't really care who won the championship, but I was excited to see it go to Valencia if Lüthi did get up there and make a move. But in the end, Marquez got 2nd, Binder won, and Lüthi didn't quite make it up there. And we have the new world champion in Alex Marquez, so congrats, and don't watch my last video because it didn't age well. Now we're on to the big boys, MotoGP. I was so pumped for this weekend, the Malaysia GP, Petronas Yamaha's home race. They were doing all kinds of events. Fabio was pole man, Frankie started at the front. Can we take a moment to talk about qualifying? Because you know I did a hot take on Instagram, but that was at the worst possible angle. It was like I had 5 chins, which I do have multiple chins, but that was at the worst angle possible. So I need to do a take on this qualifying where I don't have 3 chins, just maybe like the normal 2. In qualifying, in the last couple of minutes, Marquez was following Fabio and followed him into the pits and intimidatingly followed him out of the pits. Fabio was slowing down, trying to get him to pass. Marquez was slowing down. They were both just kind of playing. I thought it was kind of shady. I don't like it that the riders do that slowing down business. I guess no one got hurt in the first portion, but Marquez's tires cooled down, and as soon as he tried to put on the gas, he flew over his handlebars, slammed his head on the ground. It was insane. I'm not gonna lie. I was laughing at first because I thought, well, you dish that type of crap out, you get that, you deserve that. But then as soon as I saw the replay, I felt really bad about laughing, and I don't like that Marquez did that, but I don't think anyone deserves to wreck because of their actions. So that was the fire, fueling everything. Fabio's on pole. Marquez started from 11th, I believe. And of course, come race day, Fabio had a terrible start. Frankie did pretty good off the line, but Marquez was freaking from 11th to, I want to say, 4th within the first lap. It was insane. Zarco was riding top 10 for forever. I was so happy, trying to stay awake. Kind of dozing a little bit, honestly. No big fights were happening. People were staying mostly in their places. I kind of dozed off until the announcers were like, oh, Zarco's down. I was like, crap. It was like 3 laps till the end. Mir takes out Zarco. Come on, Mir. Give Zarco his moment. But I was so happy for Zarco. He performed really well all throughout the weekend. And despite someone crashing him out, I'm so happy that he's kind of getting more confidence back and was riding in that top 10 and battling. He was battling Miller. I was freaking out. For 8th, I want to say. That was fantastic. Just so happy to see Zarco smiling. Zarco on a bike that performed so well because the KTMs were in the dumper this weekend. That's how it ended. There weren't any exciting fights to the finish line. Rossi was kind of pushing and bothering Dovey for a while. I was hoping for him to make a move, but he just couldn't quite get it. In the end, the podium was not quite what I expected. I thought it would be Yamaha dominance, but we had Maverick on a Yamaha, Marquez, who's always there, and Dovey in 3rd on his Ducati. So all the other Yamahas didn't do much, but Frankie finished in 6th, and Fabio finished in 7th. Still top 10 finish. That's incredible. This is a new team. Fabio's a rookie. Frankie's still new. And it was a great ride from my boys. It wasn't what everyone, including me, was hoping for, that maiden win from Fabio. It didn't happen, but I'm still so proud of you. Still so happy with how much this team has accomplished throughout the year. And we have 1 race left. I really loved those 3 flyaway races in a row. It was great to stay up and watch and make live stories on Instagram of me being crazy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me, and keep following me on Instagram at MotoGP Sillies for daily fangirling. Thanks for watching. Bye.